Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to another video. I just want to give a brief synopsis on you can't mistreat people and you can't mishandle people. And I'm just going to try to break it down, each one as best I could. So, you can't be out here mistreating people and then acting like they betrayed you. I don't know why people do that. Like, that's not betrayal. That's, if anything, that's like bold delusion right there, or just being delusional. You know what I mean? So when it comes to mistreating people, you can't do that, like I said, and then act like they betrayed you. Like you're the one that started doing that, started mistreating people. So how could they be the ones that betrayed you? So when it comes to mishandling people, you can't mishandle people either, especially like they're disposable, and then act shocked and surprised, when they finally dispose of you. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, you started it with mishandling people like they're disposable, and then, get your panties in a bunch, basically, acting all shocked and, you know, uh, crying out and everything when they finally do the same to you. It's by reciprocation. If you're going to do that first, you should expect the same in return. So if you're going to mistreat people, expect that same mistreatment back. If you're going to mishandle people, expect the same in return. That's just how it is. It's not a one-way street where you could just do it and then not have anything happen to you. Now, it may not happen to you from that person you're mistreating or mishandling, but you just got to be careful because it can happen in any way. It could be from somebody else. It could be somebody, excuse me, it could be from somebody else, um, just out the random blue. You know what I mean? Just a random person could do that. So you just gotta be careful when you're out here thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna just wake up one day and just start mistreating people or just mishandling people and nothing's gonna happen to me. If you got that mindset, then you're tripping for real. So yeah. But again, um, that's not betrayal. That's just balance being restored. You know what I mean? You ignored their value, and you stretch their patience, you drain their energy, you drain their love and everything, and now you're crying disloyalty. When they chose distance, they chose to be away from something like that or someone like that. They chose that, which is the smart thing to do. you know they chose to distance themselves instead of being in that dysfunction. It's like, please, man, you didn't get betrayed, you just got evicted from access that you took for granted. You know what I mean? And they didn't switch up either. They woke up. They woke up and realized, like, I don't want to have anything to do with this. So they just moved on. There's nothing wrong with that. So, and I'll just end it with this. So, excuse me. And excuse me, by the way, I'm still getting over like a fever that I had from when I got back from Texas for Mother's Day weekend. I think it occurred on a flight or something like that, but I'm getting better though. So not 100%, probably about like 85. So you know, so just excuse me, like if I have to like clear my throat every now and then. But yeah, something to just be clear about. Um, again, that wasn't a backstab. That was just a boundary. Finally speaking louder than your, weird behavior, especially in that regard. So, you weren't being betrayed. You were just the test that they finally stopped failing. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said earlier, I just wanted to add one more thing that I see and hear constantly is, you know, people are supposed to be, they shout everywhere that they're grown and everything else. Nobody could tell them nothing. Hey, that's your right to feel that way, you know. But at the same time, you can't be out here like starting things with people, kind of like mistreating people. Um, you start stuff with people, and for really no reason, and expect nothing to, come back on you. To me, that makes no sense. First off, why would you be out there starting things with people, for one, who aren't even bothering you? And and then not expect to have that happen to you in return. I would never be one to wish anything bad on anybody, but you have to expect reciprocation when you just are out here starting things with people that aren't even bothering you. I never understood that. Um, it's like, is your life that miserable to where you got to try to bring them down to your level? Why not try to level up? You know what I'm saying? Why not try to be at that person's level or better? Why try to bring, excuse me, bring them down to your level? It just don't make sense to me. Um, but hey, that's just the world we live in. But again, you can't be calling yourself grown and you're out here doing childish things. So that's just something that I wanted to get off my chest in that regard. Aside from mistreating people and mishandling people, there's something extra I wanted to add in there. But I think in general, it just doesn't make sense. You start something with people, you think like nothing's gonna happen to you, and like I said before too, like it may not even, if it does come back on you, I don't want to say if, when it comes back on you, um, it may not even be from the person that you're just randomly going at. It can be from a random person. You could be out somewhere having fun, whatever, and then boom, something happens. God forbid. So you just have to be careful in your um, in certain things that you say to people, because you don't want that to come back on you. And I'm sure there's people that's like, oh, that's not gonna happen to me, and all this. They may not even have to say it, but they could be thinking in their mind. That's probably why they do it. You know, unless they just don't care. But you know, just try to keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? You're grown. You say you're grown, and you're out here doing things like that. It's like, come on now. So yeah, I just wanted to give a brief synopsis again on mistreating people, mishandling people, and um, betrayal and everything else, and then just the little that I added as well. So, excuse me. But with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to another video. Please hit the like button on the way out if you haven't when you first came in, or at least throughout the duration of the video. That would be greatly appreciated, and I appreciate the prayers as well. Like I said earlier, I had a slight fever. Like I said, I think it occurred on the plane because people was coughing and sneezing. So I have my fluids, my medicine, vitamins, rest, all that, and I'm going to continue to get more of that. And but I just wanted to just drop a video just to let you guys know that I'm doing okay, because I haven't probably posted in a while. That's probably why, and because I was out of town too. So um I'm getting better, staying prayed up, and I'll be back 100%, God willing, sooner than later. And again, I appreciate the prayers and thoughts and stuff like that. So yeah, you guys continue to stay safe, continue to stay hydrated, and monitor your health, and continue to be blessed and encouraged. Y'all take care and have a good one.